I am Maryna Ponomarenko, and I am a poet.
How is life for you in Kiev right now?
Okay, my life in Kyiv could you could think that this is quite a normal life because every day I just go to my work. Every day I have coffee in some street coffee shop. I go to swimming pool. I write my poetry. I have my book published. I have some events where I take part in these events. I go to a cinema, and sometimes even I go to some concerts. But still, this is life during war, and war is going on, and it's going on right here and right now. And how can we see this war in my life? I help to my friends, to volunteers, to collect money for army needs, for some needs, because every week, almost every week, I have such a problem when a guy I know or a brother of my friend or my friend who is in army now, they need something like a drone or a car or to fix their car or something else, and we have to collect money for these things. And in such cases, I write on Facebook, on Instagram, or I ask my audience in some public events, so please donate money to our army, because I know a guy who needs something. And they do donate, and I'm happy for this. Of course, we have to help our army, and I do it, and my friends they do it too. So this is the first. And also Russians, they shall Kyiv with cruise missiles, with drones, and with ballistic missiles. So depends on the type of missiles. We hear this air raid siren, and then our air defense does its job.
Yeah.
So we hear explosions here, and sometimes Russians they hit some buildings in Kyiv, like for example hospital for children. The hospital for children, like Ohmadit, it was like 3 weeks ago when they hit this children's hospital, and there were many died, and that's sad. So this is how you can see war in Kyiv.
And you mentioned to me that that a rocket hit not far from your house.
Yeah, it was. So this winter, it was on January 2nd, so this was the day after New Year, the first day. It was early morning, and I woke up because of huge explosion, and it was very close, and I thought that some missile hit our house, but no, it was like 300 meters from our house. I could say that I was scared, but I wasn't, because just I woke up, I and my husband, and we took a cat, and we went outside, and we saw that there were not one hit but two hits. One that we saw like 300 meters from our house, and another one like 500 meters from our house. And we saw a fire and we saw smoke and so on. But we were okay, and all our neighbors were okay, because it was early morning and there were not so many people on the streets, so nobody was hurt in our district. So I could say that everything was okay, but since that time I am really scared by the possibility to be killed by a Russian missile in any night when I just sleep in my house, and so it can happen like every minute.
Yeah, to anyone.
Yeah, to anyone in Kyiv. We are protected by our air defense, but still it's possible.
Yeah. For people in Kharkiv and in other places, it's much more.
Yeah.
More
I know.
intense.
I have friends in Kharkiv. I have friends in Odessa, in southern region, like in Mykolaiv and Mykolaiv Oblast, Mykolaiv region, and they are much closer to the front line than we are, and some of their towns, like in Mykolaiv region, for example, they can be reached by artillery, so not by missiles, but by just artillery, and there are even no, these sirens, because it has no sense, because usually they have siren after shelling, because the time is very short, like several seconds.
Mm-hmm. With the artillery, but they still have the bomb.
Yeah,
the
of
missile.
course, they have bombs, they have actually, technically here in Kyiv we don't have bombs, only missiles. Russians can shell Kyiv only by missiles, because bombs they can't reach Kyiv.
Yeah.
But these regions like Mykolaiv, like Kharkiv, like Sumy region, Chernihiv region, and all these regions along the front line and along the Russian border, they can be reached by bombs, and sometimes by artillery, and of course by missiles, and by drones, and by anything else, anything they have.
And Odessa as well.
Odessa, yeah, because the time this missile goes from, for example, Crimea, they are much short. It's much shorter than they reach Kyiv.
Yeah.
And the air defense in Kyiv is. We have Patriot here.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Odessa. Maybe they already also have something like that, like Patriot or some another air defense. I think our army, they just don't tell us about it, and this is right.
Yeah. They also sending missiles from Belarus as well?
Actually, no. Yes, I know. Actually, if you remember 2022, so Russian armies, they came from Belarus.
Yeah.
But now Belarus is not so involved. They are still involved, but as I know, they don't launch missiles from Belarus.
Okay.
But I'm not military expert, so you would ask someone else.
Yeah. Could you talk a little bit about your poetry?
Okay, now I write mostly about war. For the last 3 years, not 3, but 2.5, I have maybe like 2 or 3 poems that they are not about war. Mostly I write only about war. That's not because I don't know, because this actual or something like that. Just I can't write about anything else because I live here.
Yeah.
And the war affects everything. So I started to write when I was a teenager, when I was like 15 or 16. I graduated university, cinema faculty. I was expected to become a script writer.
Yeah.
But now I'm not. Around 7 years ago, I just felt that I need some place, some way to express everything I feel, not thinking about what my boss would tell about it. Is it okay for our clients? So I needed some freedom, in what I'm writing, and I started to write poetry again, and that was the way I needed.
Do you feel like there's been a lot of increase in art during this time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when the people, I mean society, like when they are in danger, this war is a war for our identity. This is war for who we are, for our language, for our mentality, let's say. Russia wants us to become Russia. And we don't want, because we are not. And the culture is an expression of who we are. Our language, our literature, our art, our cinema, that's everything about who we are. And when we write, when we make, films, paintings, anything else, any art, this is our way to say, hello, here we are, and we are like that. And this is our culture, and we are not Russia in any way. We feel this danger of death, and it makes us to create.
How do you feel like Europe can help Ukraine at this time, or the West, in general?
In general, what do we need now? We need Western support. It's absolutely what we need. But West also needs us very much, because we are a battlefield now. So the main battle is happening here now. If Russia is not stopped here, they will go western. They will go to the west, to Poland, to Baltic countries, to Hungary, and then they will go ahead to Germany, to France, and further and further. They will not stop, and this is the war for the future. For the future world, will it look like democratic world like now, or it will look like Russia? German people, for example, any European people, they would not like to live in Russia. This is the war for values, and we need help. And Western countries, they also need Russia to be stopped here.
What type of help do you feel like is most important?
We need more weapons, like more air defense, like more tanks, more artillery. We need more money. So any help will be okay. We need more media support. Also, I think that we need more Westerns to come here and to see this war in a close. in a close distance. You can come here and you can see our life. How do we live here? It's a very interesting place now to see this war from the short distance.
Yeah. I know that there are quite a few men who've left Ukraine. How do people feel about that who are still here?
If we are talking about guys who escaped Ukraine because they were so afraid by army, I think we pay too much attention to them because that's not the people who make the history. That's not the people who are important now. They decided to go to escape. Okay, I don't care. I don't respect it, but actually I don't care. I know many guys from Ukrainian army, and I respect them, and they are cool, and that's the people who are creating our history now, and I think they deserve all our attention, and we have to concentrate on another problems, not on that guys who decided to escape. That's their problems. So let's talk about what war can teach us.
Yeah.
The one big thing I understood during this war, that I will start from. I had a friend. He was a soldier. Unfortunately, so he wasn't soldier from the beginning. Actually, he was my co-worker, my colleague, and my friend. But he became a soldier in 2022 after Russia attacked Ukraine, and he was killed in 2023 by Russians. But he had an idea, he had this idea that Ukraine has to be independent and it has to be free. And he gave everything he had, his life, for this idea, for this goal. And I think that this is the main point, maybe, of being a human. It's to find some goal in the life, some idea that is worth everything, that is bigger than you, that is bigger than your life, that is bigger than everything, and that's what makes us human beings. And I think this is very important because now many people in the world, they think that life it's about having fun, it's about I don't know, it's about traveling, it's about trying new things, and of course it's okay, and it's pleasure. But what makes us a human being, it's finding that sense, that goal, that is bigger than us, that is bigger than our lives. I think that's very important for us to find this sense.
Thank you.